started doing photography when I was 16. Started photographing the little minions that I was babysitting for and photographing the beach. My dad bought me a Minolta camera and I brought it everywhere. Shot Tri-X film and combed the beaches. I think the photograph that I'm the best known for is the wash ashore photo of our dog, Chatham Charlie. I was walking back from the tip of Lighthouse Beach and spied this washed up blue dory. And he was only 8 months old. And I took 2 pictures with my point and shoot camera and didn't really give it a lot of thought until I printed it and I just came up with the idea of wash ashore. And I think that just struck so many people because there are so many of us. That became a card, and then it became a poster, and then it became the cover of the Chatham guidebook. A couple of years later, we did another cover of Charlie on the CG 365 from the Finest Hours. They had to hoist me up with all of my camera gear to the bow of this fishing boat. I then shot down on the boat with Charlie, and Donnie St. Pierre was driving the boat. Paul, my husband, trying to hide behind Charlie and get him to jump up on the deck. I was in charge of the biscuits, but I forgot the biscuits, so that made it an extra challenge, although Charlie was up to the challenge and he was amazing. He was a superstar. We had to keep turning the boat around. We couldn't have too much stuff in the sky, so we didn't want to have other boats in the background. We wanted to have a turn island in the background, and the light was dropping like that because it was December. And so it was quite stressful, actually. So we have 2 golden retrievers. Rosie is 6, and Ryder is our new pup, and he's just a year old. And they pretty much come with me for walks every day. So I always have my camera, and I almost always have them. There used to be lots of oyster catchers down here. They're so beautiful with their bright red beaks. Love them. I branched out into mixed media and collage, and now I'm doing a lot of oil painting, acrylics, and encaustic painting. So I think I do just about every media except for watercolor. Typically I'll work in a series. So I'll do a series of flower oil paintings, or I'll do a series of abstract paintings on a series of jelly plate prints. Mary Moquin, who has been my teacher for about 5 years, my painting teacher. And I said to her, Mary, I feel like a bee. I feel like I'm just, buzzing from one thing to another, and I want to do everything. And she said, well, you can do everything, just one thing at a time. Through the different media that I work in, I'm always going back to encaustic. Encaustic is an ancient form of painting where your palette is a hot pancake griddle, and you're using beeswax that's mixed with Damara resin and painting a panel, usually a wood panel, coating it with the wax, fusing it, coating with the wax. You can use a torch or you can use a heat gun, and you build up layers and layers, and then what I do is I transfer the photos into the wax. And it's a very long, laborious process doing encaustic photo transfers, but I think I like it because it's so challenging. This is one of the first ones of this series that I did about my dad. It's a series that I have been working on for a few years, exploring the impact of my dad's alcoholism on me and our family. It's a really personal series, and I've enjoyed doing it a lot because it's been very, just very powerful. I think there's something very powerful about art as a way to heal. When I was in high school as a senior, I had a semester where I taught in a Head Start program in Harlem. and it was an amazing experience. I really didn't think about teaching again until shortly after my dad died, and I was 27 years old, and I was like, wow, I kind of need to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. So I decided to go back to school, and I got my degree from the Museum of Fine Arts in Tufts University in teaching, and started out teaching in Marblehead for about 4 years, and then ended up teaching in Cambridge, at Cambridge Engine Latin, for 25 years. High school, 7 different classes. I've learned so much from my high school students, and I really carry that with me all the time. I think about them a lot. And I retired in 2008 and took a break, and now I'm back at it with adults at the Creative Arts Center, and really enjoying that. And it's just amazing to watch adults who've done no art at all just get turned on like a light.